Amid reports of the government's lackluster response to the earthquake victims from Jajarkot and Rukum West, it is now reported that 5 victims sheltering under the makeshift tents have succumbed to cold. All of the 5 victims are elderly citizens, as the plummeting temperature in the hilly areas of the far west is taking its toll on the asthma patients and people with other respiratory diseases. It is deemed highly unfortunate that more than 2 weeks after the 6.4 tremor struck the Jajarkot region, the government is yet to make a sound arrangement of shelters for the victims. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanamma. Let's begin with the main stories. 5 earthquake victims succumbed to cold sheltering under makeshift tents, majority of victims showing signs of different ailments. General public reeling under back-breaking taxes as the 3 tiers of government imposed 21 kinds of taxes. Nepal's tax mechanism higher than developed countries. Israel allows 2 truckloads of fuel per day into Gaza, most of the fuel intended for vehicles delivering aid and the UN staff providing water and sanitation. And Nepal crushed Japan in the 4-nation T20 series. Japan bowled out for 46 in reply to Nepal's total of 113 runs. Five earthquake victims of Jajarkot have succumbed to cold as they were sheltering under makeshift tents. The victims who have died in just over a week's time are all elderly citizens. 79-year-old Narendra Bahadur Singh and 70-year-old Dumepun of Barekot Rural Municipality in Jajarkot had died yesterday. Prior to this, 88-year-old Dhuleshwar Karki of Bheri Municipality had died on Wednesday, while 84-year-old Gopal Bahadur Rawal and another 84-year-old Pamfa Rawal had died last Friday. Most of these victims were asthma patients. Local representatives have informed that about 15 to 20 victims are in need of medical attention in every earthquake-affected villages. Chief of Nalgad Rural Municipality, which is the most affected earthquake area, informed that many victims have reported of various ailments. The reconstruction following the 2015 April earthquake is yet to be completely carried out. Even as repair works of majority of private residences have been done, the repair works of school buildings, heritage sites, temples, among others, have not been completed. Reconstruction of over 15% of the 19,000 structures is yet to be complete. Education Ministry data show that some 9,000 schools in 31 districts were damaged due to April 2015 earthquake. 7,677 of these schools have been renovated as of now. The government, along with donor agencies, so far have spent 75 billion rupees on reconstruction works. Meanwhile, as per the agreement reached between Nepal and India, Nepal is to receive loan from the Exim Bank for the reconstruction of 37 Tribhuvan University-affiliated colleges. However, the agreement has been limited to paperworks. The 2015 April earthquake had also ravaged 920 heritage sites and 215 gumbas. According to the Department of Archaeology, 760 heritage sites and 2 monasteries have been reconstructed. The talks of reconstruction has surfaced as the recent Jajarkot earthquake demolished 91 schools alongside damaging 476 classrooms of 122 schools. 10 writs have been filed at the Supreme Court demanding withdrawal of the government decision to ban video sharing platform TikTok. Legal practitioners, including senior advocate Dinesh Tripathi, Sunil Ranjan Singh, Swagat Nepal and Baburam Adyal, among others, have filed writs at the Supreme Court. The writs have claimed that the government decision to ban TikTok was against the law and sentiments of the Constitution. The writs have also demanded formation of a task force, including experts of the telecommunications and technology sector, for regulation of the social media platforms. The Supreme Court has set hearing on the writs for Monday. Meanwhile, the Nepal Telecommunications Authority has responded to the correspondence of TikTok. Authority chairperson Purushottam Khanal has said that the response has sought assistance from TikTok for implementation of the government decision. Earlier, TikTok had corresponded expressing concern over the ban in Nepal. Saying that TikTok was still in operation in Nepal, the Office of the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers has directed the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology and the Authority for Implementation of the decision. Despite the authorities' directive for the internet service providers to ban TikTok, many are yet to follow the order and have therefore been warned of actions. Tax is the major source of operation of the state. Imposing tax that can be paid by the public is the justified principle of tax. However, the three tiers of the government have imposed 21 different kinds of taxes on the public. The rate of income tax is also not less than that of developed economies. Despite the state imposing so many taxes, the public have yet to benefit from them. The government increased tax on those earning more than 5 million rupees each year from 36% to 40% from the budget of the ongoing fiscal year. This rate is more than that of US, the world's largest economy, where the rate stands at 37%. Singapore, where the per capita income is 100 times more than that of Nepal, only 22% tax is imposed in the country. In addition to income tax, the three tiers of the government have imposed 21 kinds of taxes. The federal government generates revenue from 8 kinds of taxes, including customs, income tax and value-added tax. The province government has imposed taxes under the headings of vehicle, agriculture, tourism and natural resources, while the local levels generate revenue from 8 taxes, including rent and assets. Despite the state imposing taxes on several headings, the public have yet to receive benefit in accordance. Customs are also high in Nepal. The government charges up to 240% tax on four-wheelers. In addition to that, 10 rupees per litre of petrol has been slapped as infrastructure tax. However, the public have not even been able to get access to Citamol, a basic medicine required during normal ailments. And in this context, in our Public Voice segment, we've asked about their opinion on how they think the taxes they have paid are being used. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
समान ढंगले कर तिरिरहँदा पनि असमान ढंगले बजेट वितरण हुँदा चाहिँ हामीलाई अलिकति यो बजेटको कुरामा र हामीले कर तिरेको कुराहरुमा चाहिँ समान छ जस्तो लाग्दैन।
राज्यलाई तिरेको करको सदुपयोग केही पनि भएको छैन।
करबाट चाहिँ जनतालाई यो खालको चाहिँ सेवा सुविधा राज्यले दिन्छ भन्ने कुराहरु कहीं चाहिँ राम्रोसँग चाहिँ पाएको जस्तो लागेको छैन।
हामीले तिरेको कर चाहिँ नेता पाल्नलाई सदुपयोग चाहिँ भएको छ, जनताको लागि चाहिँ कुनै सदुपयोग भएको जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन।
सदुपयोग त कति पनि भएको छैन।
जनतासँग उठाएको कर उहाँहरूले ऐयासीमा लगाउनु भएको छ।
हामीले तिरेको कर सदुपयोग नभएको जस्तो लाग्छ।
जनतासँग लिएको पैसा नेताहरूले जति विकास गर्नुपर्ने छ त्यति भइरहेको छैन।
पाउन त पाएको छु तर चाहिने मात्रामा भन्दा एक्सेस अलिकति बढीमा लिनु भएको जस्तो लाग्छ।
13% भ्याट भन्छ, त्यो भ्याटको पनि कुनै सदुपयोग भएको छैन।
सदुपयोग भएको पाएको छु आफूले तिरेको करको त।
पहिलेको तुलनामा अहिले अलि चाहिँ राम्रो भएको चाहिँ मैले महसुस गरेको छु।
The government has set a minimum support price of coffee. The National Tea and Coffee Development Board has increased the price of coffee fresh cherry from 95 rupees to 100 rupees per kilogram. Meanwhile, the price of dry cherry has been increased from 170 rupees to 200 rupees. The price of parchment coffee processed by the farmers has increased by 25 rupees and has been set at 500 rupees per kilogram. The government revises the minimum support price of coffee on the occasion of the National Coffee Day. Despite 43 districts of Nepal being fertile for coffee production, the national production of coffee stands at a meager 394 metric tons. With coffee worth 320 million rupees being imported in Nepal, the export stands at only 130 million rupees. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what should be done to promote coffee farming? Your options are A. Encourage farmers, B. Enhance quality, and C. Expand market. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. Israel says it will allow 2 fuel trucks a day to enter the Gaza Strip after pressure to do so from the United States. Most of that is intended for trucks delivering aid as well as supporting the UN in providing water and sanitation. The rest is for mobile phone and internet services, which had been cut off due to a lack of fuel. On Friday, the company which provides Gaza's communications said that its services were returning after receiving some fuel via UNRWA, the UN's Agency for Palestinian Refugees. The head of UNRWA warned on Thursday this week that the agency may have to suspend all of its activities due to lack of fuel. In its latest situation report, the agency said it required 160,000 litres of fuel every day for basic humanitarian operations, more than double what has been agreed. The Israeli officials said that the fuel would give minimal support to water, sewage and sanitation systems in order to prevent the outbreak of epidemics that could spread in the area. WHO has previously warned of worrying trends in the spread of diseases in Gaza, where the lack of fuel and Israeli bombardment have severely disrupted the healthcare system and sanitation facilities. On Friday, Richard Peppercorn, the WHO's representative in the Palestinian territory, said that more than 70,000 cases of acute respiratory infections and over 44,000 cases of diarrhea had been recorded. The Palestinian death toll from Israeli attacks has crossed 12,000. Israel's chief military spokesperson has said Israeli troops will hit Hamas targets wherever they can find them, including in the south of the Gaza Strip, as forces continued their ground operation in the north of besieged enclave. Israel has vowed to annihilate the Hamas militant group that controls Gaza, since its fighters killed 1,200 people and dragged away 240 hostages on a deadly rampage on 7th of October. Since then, Israel has bombed much of Gaza to rubble, ordered the depopulation of entire northern half of the enclave, and made around 2/3 of Gazans homeless. Gaza health authorities raised their death toll to more than 12,000 people confirmed dead, 5,000 of them children, with many others trapped under the rubble. The UN has deemed those figures credible, although they are now updated infrequently because of difficulty collecting information. Some 40 workers have been trapped since Sunday in a collapsed highway tunnel in the Indian Himalayas. Rescue works were suspended temporarily yesterday after a sudden cracking sound and the drilling machine developed a snag. The men have been stuck in the hillside tunnel in Uttarakhand state since Sunday morning after it caved in, but are safe according to authorities. The trapped workers have light and receive oxygen, food, water and medicines via a pipe. They can also communicate via walkie-talkie. Their families are waiting anxiously, some camped outside. The 4.5 kilometers tunnel is part of the Char Dham highway, one of the most ambitious projects of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. Authorities have not said what caused the cave-in, but the region is prone to landslides, earthquakes and floods. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.